Hey guys, how you doing? My name's Robyn. You're listening to me reading stuff. It's a Monday morning. It's 66 degrees in Beverly Hills, California. I'm going to launch right into something. I'm upset. I'm very upset this morning. You know how I wanted to work with Kleenex in some capacity? The brand Kleenex tissues. Been a huge fan my whole life. Love Kleenex. Until today. So, some people started up a campaign. It was me, on Twitter, trying to encourage Kleenex to allow me to design one of the Kleenex boxes. I've always thought their Kleenex boxes are the most hideous things I've ever seen. I hate them. Oh my God. They look like vomit. Even if they're blue, they look like vomit. So anyway, I never said that to them. I'm more than respectful. I tweet to them regularly. I love their kindness campaign. Honest to God, I'm like the deepest fan of Kleenex. General depression and major sinus problems, that's what brought me to love Kleenex so much for my whole life. Well, anyway, really all I wanted to do was offer up, I wanted to advertise for them for free. I wasn't even going to accept money here on the podcast and maybe on my social media accounts. I didn't even care about the Kleenex box. The point is, I wanted to work with them. Today, they tweeted me back saying, denied. I had over 15 people tweet at them over the last couple of days saying, hey, we would love to see Robyn's art on the box. All this stuff. And Kleenex, here's the tweet. We appreciate your interest, Robyn, but we're not accepting outside design ideas at this time. Thanks for being a fan. So you know what I did? Unfollowed them immediately. Moved on to Puffs. That's right. I'm switching loyalty. Going over with Puffs now. I'm going to the store anyway to buy stuff today at some point. And I will get Puffs instead of Kleenex from here on out. So I don't even want to utter the K word around here anymore. If you guys are a fan, I encourage you to switch over as well. Okay? This is what happens with me. Kleenex, you listening? You fuck with me. I fuck with you. So what else is going on with me? You know, this weekend I took time to do these kind of radio bumpers on the beginning of all the early podcasts. I wanted to say to anyone who's been listening since the beginning, I am both thankful and very apologetic. Those early episodes, I didn't realize until the last week when I had to look over one of them, are so horrible. They're the most embarrassing things I have ever imagined. I'm like, hey, everybody, hi, maybe I can read you something. Hey, maybe I'm a writer and I'm also an artist. It was the worst thing I've ever done. I don't know how any of you continued to listen. I was so embarrassed. So what I did was continue to expose myself and leave them up. But I reformatted them. I don't know the terminology. I made these little bumpers that were kind of disclaimers saying, I know they're bad, but I've learned a lot about podcasting in the last 6 months. So let's leave them up as an example to others. I don't know who the hell wants this as an example. To all the podcasting students out there in the world listening to this and analyzing its performance over the last 6 months. I don't know. I just felt like I needed to say to all of you that I know they were bad, and they're still bad, but they are better. So anyway, all those early episodes now have these things in the beginning that I'm just kind of talking to you saying, hey, I got a $40 mic and I'm not in my jean jacket on the bathroom floor anymore. So check those out. Check them out if you feel like it. Let me know what you think. Let's move on. I'm going to read Robert Haas today. This is from a book, Sun Under Wood. Again, this is another book my friend Matthew Sontheimer gave me. I'm going to give you a link to look at his artwork in the description of the podcast here, along with a link to buy the Robert Haas book. Robert Haas, American poet, born in 1941. He was Poet Laureate of the United States during the time of this book's publication. This book is an Echo book, which is an imprint of HarperCollins Publishers. It's really hard for me to pick what I wanted to read, and a lot of these are a little long. So the one I really wanted to read is called Dragonflies Mating. If you get the book, I want you to pay special attention to that. And also, My Mother's Nipples, which starts with, it's called My Mother's Nipples. The first lines, I'll give you a couple. They're where all displacement begins. They bulldozed the upper meadow at Squaw Valley, where horses from the stable, 2 chestnuts, 1 white, grazed in the mist, and the scent of wet grass on summer mornings and moonrise threw the owl's shadow on voles and wood rats. All right. See, I don't let me get ahead of myself. I've already got a poem to read. I'm going to be reading you the second poem in this collection, Our Lady of the Snows. In white, the unpainted statue of the young girl on the side altar made the quality of mercy seem scrupulous and calm. When my mother was in a hospital drying out or drinking at a pace that would put her there soon, I would slip in the side door, light an aromatic candle, and bargain for us both. Or else I'd stare into the day moon of that face and, if I concentrated, fly. Come down, she'd call, because I was so high. Though mostly when I think of myself at that age, I am standing at my older brother's closet, studying the shirts, convinced that I could be absolutely transformed by something I could borrow. And the days churned by, navigable sorrow. That ending, and the days churned by, navigable sorrow. There's a lot for me to get excited about in this. Oh my God. Thank you, Matthew, for giving me this book so long ago. Matthew's as much of a podcast, as much of, what am I trying to say? A part of this podcast as I am, because he's been my poetry teacher for so many years. So thank you, Matthew. I also want to thank Erica, Ann, David, and Billy, all for giving me advice on those radio bumpers that I did. That was really helpful. What else do I want to say to you guys? I want to say thank you for subscribing on iTunes. Thank you if you've left me star ratings. I've been getting a lot lately. I can't thank you enough. I'll call you out by name when I read those reviews soon. And hit me up on Instagram and or Twitter at ROBYN_ONEIL. I'm sure I'm blocked by Kleenex by now because I went into attack mode immediately. So I apologize that you've all had to experience this vitriol out of me, but I'll get over it. You know, I move on. I'm resilient. I've told you that. That hasn't changed in a weekend. I make comebacks. That's what I do. So that's what we're going to do together here on Me Reading Stuff. You guys, I love you. Go take a walk. Eat some good food. Call your friend. Hug someone. And remember that I love you. Take care, you guys. I'll talk to you on Thursday. Bye. Oh, P.S. Go ahead and check out my Instagram and see my post from yesterday. It is a photo of a page from the Robert Haas Sun Underwood book. It's a poem that I think you might like called 40-something. It's a 5-line poem that I really, really appreciate. So check that out too. Okay, bye.